Winter's upon us, a time when the days get shorter and the nights get longer. And with the setting sun, they awaken. Broadway is a jolly and occasionally naive member of the Manhattan clan, with a fondness for food, which he's often taken in battle with him as a weapon. He's well known for being friendly, loyal, and reliable, as well as quite intelligent despite his appearance. He's become a fan of the modern era's detective and western genres. Because of this, he's often tagged along with Detective Elisa Mazza as her secret backup partner. Okay, so here we have Disney's Gargoyles Broadway. Now, I'm going to put his little weapon right here off to the side, the one he never really ever had or used in the show. As far as show accuracy goes, he's fairly accurate. I mean, the one in the cartoon version of him, his face was a little bit more lovable and a little bit softer. This one's a little bit more hard and chiseled. Definitely looks more gargoyle-ish and fierce. I know he's a gargoyle, but anyways, you know what I mean. As far as the rest of his sculpt goes, it's pretty spot on. I mean, there's not any great carved muscle definition on these guys. Granted, he was one of the younger ones and one of the more robust members of the Gargoyles, but these guys were pretty strong. They didn't really need to work out all the time, so there was no need to have chiseled features on him. His articulation is very limited. I mean, his legs can only move up and back only so far. I mean, that's very limited. It kind of goes with his gimmick. Oh, and this leg is just completely stiff. I haven't played with this guy for so long, I didn't even remember why that leg is so stiff. It might actually just be that way from age. Nope, actually looks like it's glued on there. I'm not sure why, but anyways, his arms can only go up and down, and that's about it. His head can go side to side, and then he has his little wings that can flap up and down, but you kind of have to do that yourself. Now, he does have a gimmick, and it doesn't really get in the way of himself. Not like Brooklyn, who I won't get into that. I don't even own Brooklyn because of his gimmick. He has a tail on the back here, but the tail is very stationary. Because of how these guys are made, and they're kind of top-heavy, especially him, and his feature that he does, he needs that tail to be that extra bit of support. Kind of like what I talked about a few weeks ago with Michael Morbius, the vampire guy. That tail is going to act as kind of a tripod-ish base to keep him stationary. As far as his wings go, he has these little ball joint wings right here. I'm going to just pop these off. That they easily just pop on and off, especially if you're going to be tossing this guy around or sticking him back in the toy chest. These things can probably be lost very easily. I managed to keep hold of mine all in one box, so that's why I still have mine. But they do kind of snap on and off rather easily, and you can see a little bit of plastic wear or stress marks right in there, so maybe one day these wings will give out on this guy. Now, as far as his gimmick goes, you can put his hands up here, put his hands up here, put him up in the air like he just doesn't care. You put his little mace axe weapon in his hands, and then for the life of me, I don't know how you're actually supposed to pull this guy back other than just grabbing his wings. And you just pull those back, and he tosses that little weapon off the side, off at bad guys, like he's done so many times in the show. No, not really. As far as he goes, in the show, I didn't know how I felt about him. I mean, he's one of the, like I said, he's the fat gargoyle, and at the time I was a little bit overweight, so I kind of connected with him. Also with his character of being unable to, being illiterate and me struggling with dyslexia, I did kind of connect with this guy, so there is a bit of a soft spot for me. And granted, in the show, in the end, he does get the girl. So, go figure. But anyways, this has been a look at Disney's Gargoyles Broadway. Once again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you've seen today, please feel free to like, subscribe, or leave a comment below in the comment section. Any advice for the show will be greatly appreciated. Who knows, something you suggest may appear on the show in the future.